The views and opinions discussed on this show are of the guests and host. They do not reflect the views or opinions of associated sponsors or affiliates. If you become possessed by an interdimensional being after listening to this podcast, we are not liable for any damage caused by ectoplasm, physicality towards loved ones, or levitation-related injuries where you are listening from. Enjoy at your own risk.
It's the Oddtonewfoundland. Ghostly greetings from your host, Jonathan. Mysteries, ghosts, monsters, and lore. East Coast esoterica and so much more. If it's odd to you, friend, it's on the Oddtonewfoundland.
Welcome back to the Oddtonewfoundland Paranormal Podcast. You know, you don't need to have a tarot reading to figure out how to make amazing audio. That's right. Accusonus, after all these years, is still our number one sponsor. And their gift to us is their ability to edit audio. There's nobody better in the business. Why? Because it's you who does all the work. But it's not much work to it. All you got to do is turn a knob. You don't have to call a psychic to figure out how to make you sound so much better than what you actually are at podcasting like me. It's true. All you got to do is with a simple turn of a knob, remove noise, like background noise. You can level off people's voices. And my personal favorite, you can get rid of the echo. Echo, 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 echo. You can get rid of the echo. Because, you know, sometimes we have big, loud voices and they bounce around a room a lot. Anyway, guys, check out Accusonus. They're in the show notes. And I'd very much appreciate you guys supporting them, especially if you're a fellow podcaster or even musician. Check them out. And remember, their software plugs into what you already have, like Audacity, GarageBand, stuff like that. Thank you so much for checking out the sponsor, and thank you, Accusonus. A returning guest. I love having returning guests on the show, especially ones who are super sweet and polite and nice, and so very, very talented. I met this girl 2 years ago at a bazaar. If you don't know what a bazaar is, it's basically like a bunch of weird stuff on sale. It's like a flea market, but from hell, and I love it. It's my kind of thing. And she gave me a wonderful tarot reading, and I loved it so much that last year she had 12 episodes, 13 technically, 13 episodes on the Oddtonewfoundland Paranormal Podcast last year by giving us the 12 horoscopes of Christmas. Well, this year, she said she's going to try something a little different. Yeah, she's not just going to do a tarot reading. Oh, no. She's going to up the ante, so to speak, and actually give us an oracle reading. Now, I have no idea what that is, but I do know who's here. My old dear friend, tarot reader extraordinaire, medium. I mean, what can I say? Orders up, chef. Taisha Buckle is back in the house. Thanks so much for coming on.
Hi. Thank you for having me back on.
I'm so happy to hear from you. And like, I don't know, there's just something about you. Last year, I just loved talking to you. I could really feel the positivity there, the happiness, and just and I guess we all kind of got those feelings leading into the new year, you know, like that fresh start, new things gonna come, gonna start, gonna kind of, what's the word I'm here for? Materialize, so to speak. But you know, sure. Taisha, I'm a bit of a pessimist. I'm not gonna lie to you. And sometimes it's nice to know that good things or bad things are going to be happening really, really soon. So without further ado, before we jump in on all this, I got to ask you, how's your year been? Haven't seen you in a year, and I'm going to really, really quickly let you kind of catch us up where you've been and what you've been up to.
Well, I've had a good year. I've had some career changes, but staying in the cooking grounds. I now cook downtown. But I've been heavy working and just getting through the everyday. Nothing big, just getting through. But it was a good year for my cooking career for sure.
Any big changes with the cooking career? Like, I know, like, this is really, like, this is not the person, like, she's not a fry cook, guys. Like, she's actually down there, like, doing a catering thing, right? Like, this is the real big deal. Like, I know that this is something you're very passionate about, too. So, have we seen that? You said you kind of had some growth there. So, Tell me a little tiny bit about that.
Yeah, my contract was up at the Autism Center, so now I'm down at the View downtown on Duckworth. We sell amazing food, and I'm having very much fun with my coworkers.
I love that. And it's so much can be said too about having good coworkers. And it's funny because like in my job, we don't have coworkers. Like we're so isolated in our job. I'm a stay-at-home dad, but I'm also key assets living carer, which means that I look after kids with special needs at home, basically. That's my job. We put them in the family-based care model. And it's like so detached from the real world, so to speak. It's part of the reason why I do this podcast, to reach out to people and say, hey, man, how you been? And, I'm glad to hear that there's growth. And I'm glad to hear there's been positive change for you this year. And I'm hoping that for every sign and for everyone who's listening, you might have some good news as well. I'm not going to say all tarot readings are good. I've had some that have been like, listen, man, I got some bad news. This is going to be what we call a growth year. And,
they're not going to lie.
Right. It's like sometimes you can't sugarcoat stuff. You know what I mean? Tell you shit. Like, it's almost like you want to know, but part of you doesn't. It's like, I'm a bit nervous about all this. Anyway, I'm going to leave it to you. Sign by sign. And you told me you want to do an oracle reading. Now, I have no idea what that is. So why don't you tell me and the listeners? Yeah, go ahead. Tell us what the heck that is. What exactly is the difference between that and like your standard tarot reading?
Well, tarot reading to me is just a combination of cards telling a story kind of thing. That's how I use it. And an oracle, I can use just one card to give me much more deeper insight than I would with just one single tarot card. So it's kind of like the sister of the tarot cards, the more intellectual, in-depth, kind of detailed sister. But it's a beautiful deck to work with, and I had the pleasure of reading for all of these zodiac signs with both today. So I have a good mix-up for each.
Oh, wow. So she's actually got it all done on paper, ready to go. So, like, she already has the spoilers to your spoilers, basically. Okay.
I do.
Well, I guess for some reason I feel so nervous. I don't know why. Like, I'm never like this. Oh, my God. I'm really nervous. And I think what it is, it's because you're one of the few who's actually given me readings before that were right. And, like, I've had lots of psychic mediums over that, but they haven't really read me. Like, you took me and my daughter, actually, at the table that day and just blew my mind. And
that's the goal.
I know. Your mind completely ruined my mindset forever. No, I'm joking. It was a good thing.
Sorry.
It's a good thing. I guess without further ado, what song are we going to start with?
We're going to start with Aries.
Aries, the god of war.
Kind of. I feel like they would like war. But this year, for them, I got the Eight of Swords for Tarot and the Poison Thorn for Oracle. So going through that, I see that this year is going to be a real big test of how well their emotional traumas and self-sabotaging habits can be healed for any of these Aries out there. They're going to have some things from the past years that are going to come up with like prying eyes, people watching them, just to test how strong their ability to heal their own bad habits and heartaches is. So this year is a time to test and believe in themselves, believe that they can get through all their overthinking moments and push through all the fires that are to come for them this year. It's a big test for them this year.
Whew. So there you go, Aries. You better have your wits about you. You're about to be tested, and people are watching. I think
that's not a good thing, though.
I just splice in that song. Get that feeling, somebody's watching me. Is that Michael Jackson? I think it was. I'm gonna splice that in there for your Aries. Somebody's watching you. They're waiting. So that was an oracle reading?
That was both.
Oh,
I put them both into one.
Cool. So basically, she used the oracle cards and her traditional tarot cards. And that's so cool. Okay, go ahead.
So next is Taurus. I got the Four of Swords for Tarot and the Moon Water for Oracle. This year is a time for the bulls to reflect and illuminate where they are in life and where they can go. You'll be getting a lot of time to think about your own inner wants and your needs this year, and get to a place of learning more about yourself from the inside out. This year is going to be kind of a magical insight kind of year for the Taurus, so pay attention to yourself and your intuition over this full year.
That's interesting. So the moon, you say moon water?
Yeah. Moon water is essentially, it's like charging a glass of water underneath the energy of the moon to charge the water, and you can use it in many cleansing rituals within whatever you do in your spiritual practice.
Interesting stuff. Okay, all right. So that's Taurus, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Gemini.
Gemini, okay.
The Magician. So he got the Magician and as above, so below for the Oracle.
Uh-oh.
It's essentially time for them to manifest the life that they want. As above, so below, essentially, in lesser terms, is a way that we put our own internal reality into our external reality, like the law of cause and effect, if you will. But this is the year to understand the connection that Geminis have with the cosmos and how they can truly use it to figure out what they want in life and how to get it. They're essentially going to be spiritually awakened in a way this year than they haven't been in their most recent.
Interesting. So Gemini, did you hear that? Whew. This is going to be a good year. This sounds like you might be reaping some of what you sowed. And It's a positive thing. I like it when it's positive. I get nervous when you tell me, oh, well, it's going to be one of those years. I like the idea of being able to reap what you sow, especially when you've been working very, very hard. And, so often in this plane, when we work so hard towards something, very rarely do we see really anything of our hard work. And that's the reality of it is the hard work you put in might not be, shall we say, karmically given back to us for a generation or two. So let's hope that whatever you're reaping is something you sowed yourself, because there's something nice about that. And if it's not, you better say thank you to your old Aunt Eyster from 4 generations ago. You know who I'm talking about. You better say thank you, because she got this for you. There's my 2 cents. Go ahead, next one.
The Cancer. The 9 of Cups for Tarot, and the Witching Hour for Oracle. Cancers have done some spiritual work over the last recent years, and it's about to make more sense than it ever did in some areas. This is the year of accomplishments being rewarded, but also emotional fulfillment, increase in finances, relationships growing, etc. The world is literally their oyster this year, and they've made this happen because of how they've grown mentally and physically in the past recent years. Get ready to see how much it is worth it to put so much work in. The Cancers are definitely going to get their good karma this year.
Oh, so Cancers. And every time you see the word Cancer, you always get so scared anyway. It's like, but meanwhile, they're like, you shouldn't be, no, listen, the Leos you got to watch out for. The Cancers are fine.
Yeah, literally.
But once again, that's just not a bad one. That was pretty good. Doesn't suck to be a Cancer this year. I think
I see a lot of patterns of healing.
Yeah.
For the zodiac signs.
Yeah. It's almost like a little push towards things are going to get a little better for you. We know you kind of had to go through some stuff the last few years, and I think you're going to start to realize that all that work you've done behind closed doors is going to open up new ones for you in the future. Sound about right?
Yeah. Which is beautiful, honestly.
Awesome.
So speaking of Leo, they're next.
No offense to the Leos out there, okay? I dated a couple of Leos, and we do not mix at all. I'm sorry. The drama queen, and like me, the Aquarius, the drama queen, and Leo, the just full on warrior type, not gonna work. Anyway, go ahead.
Their tarot actually is the Emperor, and their oracle is to the grave.
Uh-oh.
So this year is actually the year of keeping things close to your heart, Leos. Secrets are being asked to be more secured this year, even from your closest loved ones. You're about to learn a string of lessons this year of how everyone cannot be trusted, and you mustn't share everything with everyone, as not everyone has pure intentions. This is meant to teach you what energies deserve your attention and your in-depth mind, and what energies aren't worthy. It's a lesson that will lead you into a year of learning towards your highest good. So yeah, keep things close this year.
Stop blabbing everything to everyone. Why are you telling everybody everything in your personal life for? What are you doing that for? Like, Facebook isn't a real place, guys. It's not the real world. The real world is the people you run into every day who are with you, the people who care about you. Keep the secrets, man. Keep their secrets. Who knows what they're keeping? And, if you want to tell me, you can. I'm dying. I got to know, right?
Yeah. Who's next? Virgos. Virgos are next. Virgos are interesting. They have the Tarot, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Oracle, the Book of Spells. So this is going to be a very big year of knowledge and taking in knowledge for Virgos, diving deeper into your passions and learning anything and everything that intrigues you. It's a year of learning to new places, reading new books, saying yes to more opportunities than you usually would. You're meant to learn so much this year, and you're going to put in the work to gain it all. So get ready to research all the things you've put off researching and reading all the books you put off reading, because you're about to indulge in all the knowledge that you've wanted to indulge in this year.
I'm not a Virgo.
I like that.
Are you a Virgo?
I like the learning. No, I'm an Aquarius.
Me too. Cool. I'm excited for us this year. You want to know why I'm excited for us this year? We really need a good year this year. Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh God. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
You should be a tiny bit afraid. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
It's just back to the test. We need the test to grow. Okay, just keep that in mind.
Like, how many tests? How many tests do you need? Seriously, Taisha. Like, how many more? Like,
apparently 1,000.
Can you just cook for someone who's rich and famous and have this over with?
If only it was that easy.
I know. I know.
Okay. We got Libra next. So the tarot card for Libra is the Hierophant, and the Oracle is the Elements.
Okay, sorry about that.
So
What was the tarot card? Sorry, I never heard you. The
Hierophant.
The Hierophant.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that card is. What's on it?
It's usually like a very teacher-looking man, very conserved and conformed, almost like a priest.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, that's just what it looks like. But just a very sturdy, committed man.
Cool.
And that's how I explain what he looks like on the card every time. Just like a very big god, kind of. Just they're very intelligent, but they're mixed with the Elements, which is the Oracle card this time. So they're essentially bringing Libras back to their basics this year, to the foundation of all their ideas and all the journeys that they just set on, to go back to square one, to start all over, because there are things that they might have missed in the over years when they started this, and they're being told that it's okay to rewrite the script, scrap the project, and start over from foundations that make you feel safe and secured. Which could do with your relationships too, or just calling a friend and seeing if they want to go out and be more social. Just changing it up, but starting from scratch, and that is okay. They're asking Libras to do that.
I think that's a nice thing. It's like a return to the things you love, and maybe like, I don't know, like some of us, we just get so gung-ho and go crazy with everything. And sometimes it's nice to say, you know what, maybe this year I'll pull it back a little tiny bit. I'll sink back to the things I like to do and prepare for next year. So that sounds pretty cool. I like the idea of the heads up, because someone who's like, I want to build my first house, probably not the best time to do it if you're, a Libra, right?
No.
Right.
Yeah, you need to really debate. Go back to why you want to buy that house.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
So
Who's next?
We have Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. we have the Tarot, the Hermit, and the Oracle card, Witch of the Woods. So this year is all going to be about taking care of yourself from the inside out, including where you call home and connecting with it on a deeper level. There's some inner work in store for you Scorpios this year that's going to lead you to retreat within yourselves and your home. And that is okay to do, as we all do our best recharging at the place our heart calls home. So self-care should be your number one priority this year to build yourself up from the past years. Remember how deep and beautiful your souls can be, and use that to heal the things that have held you back on the inside this year. That's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, that's a nice
A lot of
one.
self-care.
Yeah, Scorpio,
Self-care, bro.
take the bath, light the candles, brah.
Yeah.
Sit back, smoke the biggest joint you can possibly find, and listen to, like, I don't know, who do you find funny? Like, I don't know.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart's pretty good. I like him.
He's funny.
I'm a big
He's
fan.
funny.
I can't remember the other guy's name. He's slipping through my mind now. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. He's super offensive. I can't remember his name. God damn it. Anyway, Aquarius, you need to work on your memory this year. All right, who's next?
Sagittarius. We have Tarot, the Seven of Wands, and Oracle, the Prying Eyes.
Oh.
Okay. So you're going to be noticed and seen this year by a lot of people, Sagittarius. Good or bad, question mark. Intentions unclear. But what is clear is that you're doing everything right, which is why they can't stop praying. So don't mind the chatter, the jealousy with the eyes. Just continue to do you and be mindful of your surroundings in the process for safe measures. I see so many opportunities in like schooling, career, love, etc. Anything that they desire is going to be offered to them. So they have to expect the unexpected, because some of these offers they're never going to think would have ever came for them. So keep guiding yourself through the prying eyes and towards your goals, and watch how famous you can become this year.
Oh man, I wish that was my sign. I want to be famous. Come on. Can I change my sign? People change their genders and stuff.
No.
Can I change my sign now? Can I
don't think it works like that.
can I identify as a Sagittarius?
Would you pretend?
Okay, well, no, we can't do that. Although I was born on Valentine's Day, and some people say I am not necessarily an Aquarius, like the way that all works, and I don't understand any of it. Anyway, you're the master. Who's next?
We got Capricorn. Capricorn got the Four of Swords for tarot and the Oracle bathing in seawater.
Ooh.
You Capricorns, yeah, because bathing in seawater is very cleansing also. So Capricorns are going to be asked to settle in the self-care era also this year. It's time to concentrate on yourself and give yourself the love that you put into the people and projects around you, and start giving it so deep that you kind of get blind, because you're missing out on loving yourself, and they want to remind you what that feels like. We can't produce magic if we are exhausted, if we have exhausted our energies and didn't give ourselves the times to recharge before we go back out there. So your time and your energy is precious this year, and you're going to learn just how precious it is. And it's going to pay off in beautiful ways. Promise.
Ooh.
And that's for Capricorn.
Okay, I change it. I now want to identify as a Capricorn. I do. Like none of these horoscopes I haven't heard one negative thing yet. No one's going to have any bad happen to them this year. Guys, it's going to be a deadly year. Oh, God.
Not necessarily anything bad, but the tests that we're going to be put through, we're going to push through it and learn through them, and they're going to be worth it. And there's going to be a reason for everything. So it's nice, but it's also kind of scary, especially ours, which we will get to.
Oh, God.
Next.
Oh, no, don't tell me Aquarius is next.
It is.
Oh, God. All right, hang on. Let me put my helmet on. I already tell what kind of year this is. Like, I haven't even gotten into it yet. Hang on. I'm going to put my helmet on and my safety vest. Okay. Oh, God.
Ready?
Okay, here comes, guys. I can do this. Okay. Let us know.
The tarot is Seven of Swords. Oracle is Cloak and Dagger. We're about to learn how to protect ourselves a lot better. This year is the year of protecting our energies and being super mindful of the company we keep, as not everybody with a glowing exterior has good motives. It's up to us to learn how to navigate through the real and fake beings of this world this year. Our time to pay attention and learn to trust ourselves and our intuitions more than ever. This is the year of protecting our peace and not giving our energies away to people who do not deserve it. So that's not a bad, slightly scary.
I don't think that's that bad. I think that's, it's more like
No,
I'm a naturally really trusting person. And like, as my years
I'm
got,
gullible.
well, oh my God, I wouldn't go. See, I'm too old to be gullible now. I'm 40 now in February.
I'm so gullible.
How old are you now?
26.
You're 26, so I got a couple years on you here, man. I'll be 40 in February, okay? So like, gullible, not really. Like after now, it's just like after a while, it's like I just expect the best of people, and when they don't show me the best, I'm just like, okay, that's who you are, and just let it go. Like it's just,
Okay.
And like I've seen people who like I could have swore were like the biggest a-holes, and the people who like you would never ever trust ever, and then like you get to know them a little bit and you realize, oh my God, these people are amazing. So I got my guard up based on how you look and maybe talk to me once or twice, and then once the guard drops even a little bit, the real person will come out eventually. Once you drop your guard just a little tiny bit, and once that real person comes out, you're kind of like, I don't know about this. Right? Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like there are some people in my world that are like that, absolutely, and who I've been kind of a little bit on edge about for quite some time. And, I'm kind of glad that if the cards are saying, you should kind of be careful who you're keeping company with, that to me is actually quite accurate for me already, because I know what I'm getting into this year in particular, when I'm going to be surrounded by a lot more people than I've been for almost 13 years. So there you go. I'm relating to it for sure.
I have no idea. It could be anybody. I'm scared. But I'm just going to go with the flow.
Yeah.
And protect. But last but not least, thankfully, is Pisces. They have judgment and the spirits with them. So this is the year of respecting your spirits and your spiritual path. It's nice to have your higher self there when you have a manifestation or a wish, but you must remember to give the cosmos and all the spirits connected to you love and respect at all times, and not just at the times we call upon them for help. You're going to go deeper into the spiritual journey and learn so much more this year, especially about the spirits who guide you and how to love them as if they were yourself. Healing and loving vibes coming for these spiritual journeys this year for any Pisces. Even if you aren't opened, you're very much about to be. So that's cool for them.
Yeah.
So if your eyes are closed already, Pisces, get ready.
It's like we're pushing you out of the plane, man. Better have your chute on.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's going to be wild.
Well, those were awesome. Thank you so much for those. Those were so cool. Like, I mean, to do those kind of readings and have any kind of accuracy at all is just an incredible talent to have. And like, here you are, you're a cook, something I can't do. Okay, like I can't even cook. Like, I'm pretty sure I could burn water. I'm not even kidding. Like today, like I'm hopeless. I'm hopeless. I've been trying to cook for 4 years. I suck at this. I'm no good at it. And I'm glad there's somebody out there who has the talent. Because, if I ever got really hungry. I can't imagine that. If I ever got really hungry, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to your house.
Yeah.
And like,
my roommates feel pretty lucky about that.
I was just going to say to you, like, they must love having you in their life. Like, oh my God. And like, just the thoughts of, I'm going to make us a nice supper. And it's like, well, everything you make is nice, Taisha, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we're cool with that.
That's what you need today.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So many talents we all have. And, we get to share them with the world. Some of us never share our talents with the world. They say the most talented place on the planet is the graveyard, because people don't explore what they're meant to do. They don't go do what they're meant to do. And, I'm glad there's people like you out there and myself who are doing those things and, who aren't going to take it to our graves with us, so to speak. And I love.
We'll try to, anyways.
Right. And I hope anybody out there who's listening to this podcast right now, I hope you guys enjoyed your tarot reading for 2024. I hope that like you're not an Aquarius like me and Taisha, who have to watch our backs this year, bruh.
It's fine.
Watch your back, bruh. And I'm so glad that we got a chance to catch up again. Every time I talk to you, the time just flies anyway. Like, we've been chatting for a half hour. Like, what?
Really?
Yes. It just flew.
Oh, God.
I know.
It does just fly.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, it's a genuine happy to see and hear your voice. And to know you're doing well and doing your own thing. And I hope that I hope 2023 was a good year for you. You know, you mentioned things have gotten better with your career and stuff, so good for you. And, change is always painful, but it's worth it. It's like drinking. Feels good while you're doing it. Sometimes you got to change.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's been a pleasure to read them all for you guys and to reconnect with you.
Of course. And I hope to have you back next year. I love it. This is like my January guest. I got to find 11 more. I got my January guest forever now. Buckle up. We got Taisha Buckle on, right? And she's going to get right.
I'm on board.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And there's so many people out there who just love tarot cards. And they love the idea of really divination of any sort. And, I think it's really, really cool, too. Some religions frown upon it. I don't know, like... And yet half their books are, the book of Revelation. This is how the world's going to end. P.S. Scary accurate stuff going on right now in the world. Scary accurate stuff. But I digress. That's another guest for another year. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on. And I know we had some scheduling stuff go on. I was very sick. Oh my God. I was dying sick. I'm still not over it. My voice is still pretty weak, actually.
So season.
Yeah. And, I'm kind of glad I can get these things now and just fight them off and not worry about it anymore. My life's not in danger anymore. I mean, it's been years since what happened to me. So I'm super glad that, I can get sick. I had to miss my podcast. It kind of broke my heart, but I can get sick and be better within a week and record you and release you on the 15th anyway. So there you go. This is going to be the 15th of January. This comes out. People still have lots of their year left to hear their tarot card, so to speak, and their oracle card reading. And I just want to make sure that people can find you as well. I know you're still on Facebook, yes, doing your readings?
Yes, Hereafter Readings on Facebook.
Yes, guys, check out Hereafter. I'll link it anyway in the show notes for everyone. Okay. And I'll make sure they can come find you. And don't forget, guys, she's awesome at what she does. She does private readings. I had one. Listen, I paid the extra money to get the good one. It was good. And I love that reading. Who knows? Maybe I'll get another one soon. Thank you. Thank you 100 times over. And be well this year, okay?
Thank you. You too.
Attention all Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn radio listeners. The Odd to Newfoundland Paranormal Podcast brings you the best in East Coast esoterica on the first of every month. Together, we can keep it growing by sharing the show on social media, subscribing to the show wherever you may be listening to it from, and by leaving feedback about your favorite episodes. John certainly needs a friend like you to help make his dreams come true, minus the alien abduction dreams. That is not cool at all. The Odd to Newfoundland Paranormal Podcast, always available, always free, always odd.